A Path to Healing. Rebuilding a United States of Americans. America is sick. Its body politic ravaged by a cancer that has metastasized under the banner of MAGA, a movement that thrives on division, fear, and a mythologized past that never was. This malignancy, rooted in hate and exclusion, has infected our institutions, our communities, and our collective spirit, threatening to destroy the American dream itself. But cancer, when caught, can be treated. It can be excised, and with deliberate care the body can heal. As a nation, we stand at a crossroads. We can allow this disease to consume us, or we can come together to remove it, rebuild, and emerge stronger than ever before. A true United States of Americans. The first step is amputation, cutting out the toxic ideologies that fuel division. This is not about silencing free speech or punishing dissent. It's about rejecting the normalization of hate. We must confront the rhetoric of white supremacy, xenophobia, and exclusion that has been emboldened in recent years. This means holding accountable those who spread venom, whether through public platforms, private gatherings, or online echo chambers. It means dismantling the systems that amplify these voices, social media algorithms that reward outrage, media outlets that peddle fear for profit, and political structures that gerrymander division into our democracy. Like a surgeon removing a tumor, we must be precise, targeting the ideology without harming the healthy tissue of free expression and diverse thought. But excision alone is not enough. A body doesn't heal from surgery without care, rehabilitation, and time. As a nation, our healing must be intentional, collective, and rooted in a shared commitment to justice, empathy, and unity. Here's how we can begin. The Brers 1. Rebuild trust through truth and accountability. The cancer of MAGA has thrived on lies, misinformation about elections, immigrants, and marginalized communities that poisons trust in our shared reality. To heal, we must recommit to truth. This starts with robust civic education that teaches critical thinking, media literacy, and the history of our nation, unfiltered and unvarnished. Schools, community centers, and public campaigns should emphasize the facts of our past, both the triumphs and the atrocities, so we can understand the roots of division and guard against them. Accountability is equally critical. Leaders who have fanned the flames of hate, whether through dog whistles or outright bigotry, must face consequences, whether at the ballot box, in the courts, or in the court of public opinion. This isn't about revenge. It's about ensuring that those who seek to divide us cannot hold power over us. From local school boards to the halls of Congress, we must demand leaders who prioritize unity over polarization. Andrew 2. Foster dialogue across divides. Healing requires connection. For too long, Americans have retreated into silos. Urban versus rural, red versus blue, religious versus secular. To become a United States, we must create spaces for dialogue where people can share their fears, hopes, and stories without judgment. Community-driven initiatives, town halls, listening circles, and interfaith gatherings can bridge these gaps. These spaces must be facilitated with care, ensuring that marginalized voices, often silenced by the cancer of hate, are amplified and heard. Dialogue doesn't mean agreement. It means recognizing the humanity in one another. Programs like the National Conference for Community and Justice or local restorative justice initiatives can serve as models, bringing together people from different backgrounds to confront hard truths and find common ground. Imagine a nation where a white rural farmer and a black urban activist can sit down, not to debate but to understand each other's struggles. That's the foundation of unity. 3. Invest in equity to heal old wounds. The cancer of division thrives on inequality, economic, racial, and social. To prevent its return, we must address the structural injustices that have festered for generations. This means investing in communities that have been systematically marginalized, Black, Hispanic, Indigenous, and others, through policies like equitable education funding, healthcare access, and economic opportunities. Reparative measures such as studying the feasibility of reparations for descendants of enslaved people can acknowledge past wrongs and build a more just future. Economic equity is particularly crucial. The wealth gap, which sees white families holding nearly 10 times the median wealth of black families, is a breeding ground for resentment and division. Policies like universal basic income pilots, job training programs, and support for minority-owned businesses can level the playing field, creating a shared prosperity that binds us together. When every American has a stake in the system, the appeal of divisive ideologies weakens. Veteran 4, celebrate a new American identity to heal. We must redefine what it means to be American. The MAGA movement clings to a narrow, exclusionary vision of America, one that erases the contributions of anyone who doesn't fit a specific mold. We must replace this with a vibrant, inclusive identity that celebrates our diversity as our strength. This means elevating stories of unity, immigrants who built thriving communities, civil rights heroes who fought for justice, and everyday Americans who bridge divides in their neighborhoods. Cultural initiatives can help. Public art, national storytelling projects, and inclusive holidays that honor our shared history, like a day celebrating the contributions of all Americans, from indigenous peoples to recent immigrants, can foster pride in our collective identity. Schools should teach not just the founding fathers but the women, people of color, and LGBTQ+ individuals who shaped our nation. A new American narrative, one that embraces all of us, can starve the cancer of exclusion. 5. Strengthen democratic institutions. A healthy nation needs strong bones. Our democratic institutions, courts, elections, and civic organizations, must be fortified to withstand future threats. This means protecting voting rights, ensuring fair representation through redistricting reform, and safeguarding independent media. It also means reforming the Electoral College and other outdated systems that amplify division over unity. A democracy where every voice counts equally is less vulnerable to the cancer of authoritarianism. Civic engagement must become a way of life. Encouraging Americans to participate in local government, volunteer in their communities, and vote in every election, national and local, builds a resilient democracy. Programs like National Service, where young people from different backgrounds work together on shared goals, can foster a sense of collective purpose. 6. Cultivate empathy as a national value. Empathy is the antidote to hate. We must cultivate it deliberately, starting with our children. Schools should integrate social-emotional learning, teaching kids to understand and respect others' perspectives. Media campaigns can highlight stories of compassion across divides, like the white veteran who helps resettle refugees, or the black pastor who mentors at-risk youth of all backgrounds. These stories remind us that our shared humanity transcends our differences. Empathy must extend to those who were once part of the cancer. Many MAGA supporters were drawn in by fear, economic despair, or misinformation, not inherent malice. While we hold accountable those who spread hate, we must also offer a path back for those willing to reject it. Restorative justice programs modeled on those used in post-conflict societies can help former extremists reintegrate, provided they show genuine remorse and commitment to change. A stronger, united future. If we excise the cancer of MAGA and commit to these steps, we can build a United States stronger than ever before. Imagine a nation where every child, regardless of race or background, grows up with opportunity and hope. Where neighbors know each other not as others, but as fellow Americans with shared dreams. Where our democracy hums with participation, our institutions reflect our diversity, and our identity celebrates every thread in our national tapestry. This future isn't a fantasy. It's within our reach, but it requires courage, not just to cut out the hate but to heal the wounds it left behind. It requires us to reject the easy path of division and choose the harder, nobler work of unity. The cancer of MAGA has exposed our vulnerabilities, but it has also shown us what we can be. A nation that once healed stands as a beacon of justice, empathy, and strength. We've survived worse: slavery, civil war, segregation, and come out stronger each time. This is our chance to do it again. Let's excise the cancer, heal as one, and build a United States of Americans that fulfills the promise of our founding. A nation where all are created equal, endowed with the unalienable right to pursue happiness together. The body can recover, the soul can mend. Let's begin. We are Americans, not Americans.